All right. So we are now recording.
Oh
shit.
Like as of right now, or as of like 5 seconds ago?
As of right now.
Let's maybe let's take two.
Let's
Do a quick take two. I just feel like the intro
That'll
is
depend.
bad.
Does he have one of the old movie clapper things?
No, we don't have.
I wonder how much those are. I'd like to own one.
Yeah.
I'm both impressed and disappointed that you know what that is.
Well,
Take two, everybody! Take two! Let's go!
Please tell me this is a live stream.
I'm glad that I was licking my lips, so it was very evident my lips were not moving when that was said.
Fuck.
All right.
He just broke the water for DJ, so there we go.
So yeah, it is
He's gonna have like
Saturday
45
evening,
seconds to use
February
one material.
13th. For the record, at the table we have 4 players, and
3 of them are vaccinated, and we're not going to tell you which ones.
of course.
No, let's think that's a side effect. That doesn't count.
Why don't we start with you? Just introduce your character, who you are.
My name is William, and I'm playing the character Dr. Quinn Myers, a Tremere vampire in the world of Boston, 2020.
And what's the one thing everyone knows about you in the group?
Our coterie is aware of Quinn Myers' association and
I'll swap that out.
love interest of one Anastasia, his flesh golem for I guess so is it one way you would describe it, but essentially his cool nurse.
Very good.
Oh. You're supposed to write your character's name on here, and then you like flip it, and then you show them how cool you are.
Yeah, they don't get that.
All right.
Introduce yourself.
I'm Chris. I'm playing Dr. Thomas Clausen, and my guy is super image obsessed.
Fair enough.
Who we got? You have no idea.
It's very appropriate. He's a vampire.
That's where he was going with that one.
Jim.
I'm Jim, playing Vincent Stockworth III, a vampire who was a bat and is now Camarilla and is like just a boat that lost its anchor that's just floating in the sea right now, just drifting around.
And what's the thing that everyone knows about you, other than your Sabat nature?
I was once a fighter pilot
Okay.
in a former life.
And still a good pilot.
Yeah.
He hasn't crashed yet.
It's
reassuring. My name
DJ.
is Michael Gregory. I'm playing Whitey Bolter, Ventru. The one thing everybody knows about me is
My name's not.
I'm very close to my sire, Franklin, and I meet with him often.
Gurgle, gurgle.
Very
Gurgle,
good.
gurgle.
So, then last we left off, we were at Mass General. You guys were in a room, we'll say on like the, maybe the 5th floor or whatever. It wasn't an ICU, or like a private recovery
I see
room.
wieners.
And in there was Justin Turner, the sheriff's sire, who was assisting. I guess he just fed him blood basically to bring him out of torpor. And there was also the Salubri there.
Epheus.
Yes, Tethys Electra. And yeah, the sheriff, Liam Connolly, had just woken up. I think his last line was something to the effect of, "How long have I been out?"
Yeah. You missed that one. The old callback.
So, I think everyone is there right now, probably in the room as well. I forget, I think, Jim, we said you were like out in the hallway essentially
Yeah, I think
at the
just-
end or
yeah.
whatever, just kind of providing security. We included Mason in there as well and that, and said, yeah, he's just in the
Yeah,
hallway,
he's
kind
sitting
of
with me.
providing Overwatch, yeah. So,
Favorite game?
right now, Jim, you weren't there to see the end, but you were probably aware of somewhat, because at one point, Whitey went upstairs left the room and came back with someone who seemed to be in a critical state or condition. This person was wheeled into the room, and they haven't been wheeled out.
It's fine.
A human, not a.
Yes,
Okay.
a human.
Oh,
Best not to ask questions.
sounds fine.
So, what would you guys like to do at this point? We'll say, for the sake of argument, that it is probably like 2 a.m. at this point in the morning.
I'm going home.
Yeah. Not a bad idea.
Can Anastasia and I crash at your place tonight?
I'm not sure how clean it is, but yeah. I sent 3 Russians there, so, and a whorehouse.
We live very different lives.
Very different. Yeah, I don't know. Do you have a cleaning lady or something?
I said I was going to call one, but I don't think I've gotten around to it yet.
Yeah, okay. That's a
We've
good
been,
point.
kind of busy. Yeah.
All
Like,
right.
it's on the to-do, but it's not done.
I didn't even change my fucking nickname back in there.
So, what are you doing, Doctor?
That's you.
You sure?
Yeah.
Which doctor?
Was he kicked off the
What's your
medical board?
name? I suck.
Oh,
You what? Oh, Nate, don't be hard on yourself.
yeah, I mean, going home's not a bad idea. Seems like we're all done here, basically.
Well, there is the matter of what to do with the sheriff. I mean, do you want to take the risk of just leaving him here, or telling anyone that he's back, or?
Well, I assumed his sire would he'd be under his sire's care for at least the rest of the night. He's recovered, isn't he?
The sheriff?
Yeah.
Well, he's still a torso and a limb.
Oh, I thought he had.
You have to go Detective Baby Legs yet, dude.
No, roll me a intelligence and medicine.
Were you also able to participate in that?
By 7.
By 7.
Yeah.
Amen.
Your guess is that he's probably would take, a month to regenerate. Maybe less if it was like his focus and he was fed properly. A hand can regenerate for an elder or someone of his lower generation in a few days, but obviously whole limbs and a torso is going to take more time. So he could be vulnerable for a while.
I guess I'd talk to Justin and ask him if he has like a way to take care of him or somewhere you can stash him, because it's going to take about a month for him to recover. And
This size of closet should do.
we could temporarily look after him here and there, but a solid month, that's not
We
really
got shit to
something we
do.
can do.
Because
Nor are we equipped to handle that.
yeah, me either. I travel a lot. I don't know what to do. Yeah, maybe I can make some calls. The Salubri actually speaks up and says, I could look after him.
You I trust, so yes.
It's fine by me.
He says, I would request a favor, though, in exchange.
Certainly.
Not our problem. Justin's problem. Alright, tried.
Maybe, maybe not. I mean, of course, Sheriff Liam says, I'm fine, I can take care of myself.
Yeah, no, I didn't do the work to not see it through, so maybe
Just give me my gun. I still got one arm.
Yeah, you do. Unfortunately. What favor do you ask of us?
He says, well, I'd be willing to take the sheriff here into my haven and ensure his protection. The favor I'd ask, though, perhaps we could discuss in private. He looks over at Justin and says, something perhaps that I'd like to keep with as few ears as possible.
Between you and Justin, then?
No, he says basically like without Justin here.
Oh,
and
okay.
stuff, basically.
I mean, I'm able to oblige by that. I don't know if he is.
Yeah. Is he asking to speak with just him or
With you guys, essentially.
all of
Okay.
us?
Yeah.
Controller wasn't enough, huh?
I'm fine with it.
He goes, very well. I will make the arrangements to have the sheriff brought to my haven. And it is actually here in Boston temporarily. So, convenient location. And he'll remain in the jurisdiction of Boston for the time being. And I can look after him, and then perhaps we can arrange a meeting to discuss the favor that I'd ask in return.
Certainly.
Do you gentlemen have contact information?
As of right now, we don't. But once we get new phones, get new things. Yeah.
Yeah, did you guys throw out your phones or just bag them?
Throw them out into a river.
Yeah. We specifically, body of water and all that.
I mean, I have the
Okay.
same number because I got my SIM.
Of
So
course, I say
Yeah,
we,
my number
but
if he needs it.
Yeah, it's a good point. Like when we get phones, it'll be the same number. So we can give them our numbers. It's like take like a day or so. And you'll be able to call us.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So I'll give you a call then. And that'll be good. That'll give me some time to make arrangements on my end. Thank you. He says, with that, I'll take my leave and make arrangements for the transport of the sheriff. And so he steps out. Justin starts looking around, sort of checks the time and stuff, and says, well, thank you all for your assistance in returning Liam back to the living, as it were. I also don't have a place to stay here. Like I can probably go find a hotel or something like that to crash in.
I got a spare room if you need it.
If you could, that would be nice. So yeah, it's probably now 2:30ish or so. What are you doing?
We're all piecing out.
Mm-hmm.
Would you have gone in for this discussion to hear what was going on, or
I
stay
don't
out?
think unless I was summoned in there,
All right.
yeah.
Yeah, you'd certainly see the salubrious piece out, and of course you probably were first to walk out because you're like, I'm out.
Instantly. Need a place to crash?
No, I'm all set. Thank you.
Okay. Thank God.
Yeah, I guess I'll just say if anyone needs to get at me, I will try to get at you first once I figure out how to get a phone.
Do you have their numbers?
Can I get your numbers?
I assume you have them all. You're all part of the same coterie, so.
Phone's gone though.
Mm.
I doubt I would have memorized it like when punching it in.
That's true, yeah.
So yeah, I think I want to head down to the docks and I guess try to figure out if there's like some sort of harbor master like kiosk or office or something for where like the boats are all docked like down in the harbor. Basically trying to find a place that has a phone, like a landline, and seeing if I can. I don't know if there would be a place like that. I don't even know if it would even be manned late at night.
Well, there's payphones certainly at the hospital there. Landlines and stuff like that. But you could go down to the harbor too.
Yeah, I'm looking for
office.
something close to home.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah. I'd say probably like the main office there. But yeah, like payphones don't exist
right,
anymore,
exactly.
so-
Yeah, like if there happened to be a lone payphone still on the pier, I'd be like, perfect. But
Yeah. I don't know, maybe there's like it's high enough. Let's see, maybe there's like a clubhouse or something there. Yeah, we'll say that there's like a very basic sort of like, it's an office where people can register slips and stuff like that, but it's also kind of a clubhouse with 24-hour access with, like maybe a little gym or something like that in it,
Cool.
and showers, and there's probably a landline in there you could use.
awesome. In that case, I wanted to spend some time going in there. If there is staff this late at night, just kind of schmoozing, asking if I can use a phone, find out what the number is to this place, and start trying to find out what there is for staff so that I can maybe figure out a way to get messages if I need them.
Fair enough. All right, so that'll be your quest, and you are headed home.
I'm gonna stop at like a Walmart or something like that and pick up a phone.
All right. Good call there on the keeping of the SIM card.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're able to go to Walmart without any problem. Grab a cheap phone, insert the SIM.
That's all I
and
buy is cheap
You're
phones.
back up and running. So what are you doing after that?
I'm gonna go home and I got a shitload of phone calls and dumb shit I gotta do. Like I gotta call Sam, tell her she can have the gang clean up. So, yeah. Tell her her investments will be set up by the end of the week. I got a call to get the Russian's body out of here, out of the hospital.
Mm.
I have to set up a meeting with Franklin as soon as possible. I like to call and start figuring out a fucking new safe house.
Got the laundry list of vamp things to
Just dumb
do.
shit
Yeah.
to do. So I guess I'll start by calling Sam on the way through, I suppose.
All right. Yeah. It is late enough now that Sam is probably done. With the usual, dinner service or whatever that she does when she's unavailable, and she answers the phone.
Samantha,
Yes.
it's Whitey.
Oh, hello, Whitey.
Hey, so I asked for 48 hours, that's well blown out of the water. Did you take care of them already?
No, I was waiting to hear back from you. Kind of hoping that you had maybe done something on that front. Unfortunately, my coterie and I are somewhat strapped here.
That's kind of been my dildo too.
Yeah, it's with everything that's going on in Boston, help seems to be at a premium.
Yes, I can, if you want us, I could talk over with the quarter finally, because I'm 5 minutes from fucking killing myself here. It's been crazy. If you can't find anyone else to do it, I'll talk to them and see if they wanted to go about this. I think they'd rather not, honestly, but I'll see what they want to do. I can get back to you tomorrow night.
All right.
But we've been without phones in contact with the world, so that's kind of my bad for dropping the ball, Sam. I'm sorry.
No, very understandable with everything that's going on.
However, your investments.
Yes.
I'm gonna say give me 2% down and then 20% off the top from all your investment afterwards, and I think we could do a damn good business together. Something for you to think of. Get back to me if you have some other ideas. Please, I'm willing to hear.
I believe we had discussed a 4 million
Yes.
initial investment. Yes, those terms sound adequate to me. Feel free to send over the documentation at your convenience,
Awesome.
and just have them mailed to the restaurant here.
All right, easy enough.
But yes, as to the matter of the potential Sabat, perhaps we could do a joint operation between our coteries.
Make it a lot easier.
I would propose initially that we send someone to go sit on that location and maybe just do some observation for a while and see if they see anything. And we'll go from there.
All right, my dear. Have a good night. This sounds great. I'll get back to you by tomorrow night, the latest.
Very good.
Thank you.
And so, yeah, we'll see if you have time for one more call this evening.
Franklin.
All right. Hello.
Hey there, Franklin. How we doing, buddy?
Good. Good.
Good. You think we can meet up at some point? I'll fly out to DC if you want, and we could grab a nice smooth dinner.
Yeah. Anytime. Seems like you have a lot going on, from what I understand.
Yeah, rather, there's a lot I could discuss with you in person and just check each other's welfare.
Yeah, maybe that's good. Conversely, from what I hear, you may want to,
Stay clear of DC.
stay clear of DC for a little while.
All right, that's understood as well.
Yeah, the Tremere seem to be in a big huff about this whole thing.
How's Connecticut?
Yeah,
No
Yeah,
big
I've
deal.
been to Connecticut. Well, yeah, that'll work.
All right.
Nice little trip.
Mm-hmm.
All right, yeah.
Not tomorrow night. Night afterwards.
Fair enough. Send me the details whenever you are ready to meet there, and we can discuss. And in the meantime, maybe I'll be able to get a little bit more information on
What went down? Yeah.
yeah, what went down. We can exchange notes. Talk to you later.
Thanks.
So yeah, Jim, you are able to get down to the docks. There is indeed someone on staff there. Yeah, we'll say, like I said, there's probably like a little gym there. Maybe it's one of those 24-hour gyms or whatnot. It's popular in the
Oh,
cities and
it's a big
everything. What's that?
No, there's a big gym there.
And yeah, so as I said, there's probably like a little lounge or whatever for people to come in. And of course, this time of night, obviously not crazy busy, but there's probably a few people there that are working out and those, high achievers and stuff. It is now, is it Monday morning, technically? I think so.
Tuesday.
Is it Tuesday? All right, let's say it's Tuesday morning. So yeah, you got some of those go-getters there working out at 4 a.m.
They have a laundry service?
Yeah, I'm sure they must, especially with the boaters there. And stuff.
Yeah, right? Like,
you know.
yeah, I guess I just want to talk to whoever's up at the desk or whatever and just ask if I can, A, first make a phone call, and then B, hey, can I have the number here? I lost my phone. I'm hoping I might get some calls here. Yada, yada, yada. Is that cool?
Sure.
Great. Awesome. I'll just tell them what slip I'm on or whatever.
If we get a call, I'll tell the next person there just to take a message or whatever for you.
Thank you so much. That will be wonderful. And you know any stylists?
Well, I
I mean, everyone's got a cousin that does hair, right?
well, yeah, I go to a stylist down in what district is it? Yeah, I go to a stylist down in Rochester. But I don't know if that's something that you'd be interested in. You're talking to an African American woman right now.
Gotcha.
But yeah, unfortunately, I don't know anyone on hand. I could ask some of the people on staff here.
Oh, don't worry about it. Thank you.
Jittery?
Not yet.
I guess the one with number 4 was finally capped.
My phone calls.
Uh,
I've seen the way he takes down caffeine. That won't phase him.
can't do it.
He said no more cocaine in the bathroom.
No.
He meant do it on the island. It's clean.
Oh.
Yeah, I guess after that, just fuck, maybe I will figure out how the laundry thing happens here. Maybe grab some laundry and bring a load up, and other than that, just go to the boat and retire for the evening. And after 30 minutes, my eyes will open wide and be like, "Fuck! I could just get a normal phone." Totally didn't think about what you just did. So there's that.
He's buying on Walmart.
Yeah.
I do have money. What the fuck is this?
Yeah, it takes all sorts. Yeah.
The fuck was I doing? I'm gonna laundry room for.
So yeah,
I'd already called him before DJ went, and I was like, "Oh yeah."
you were able to go to the laundry room and do that, and you have that miraculous moment of inspiration where you're like, oh yeah, I could just go get a phone.
If I have time, I will go out and get a phone.
All right, we'll say that you're able to do a quick Uber ride or whatever.
Very simple, non-smartphone, because I don't think I can really use it reliably. So
Very well.
I just flip.
That'd be awesome. Video radio.
What time is
I
it?
gotta flip.
Dark. This time of year?
I think it is summer, so probably like 6.
Summer?
Yeah. Goes sun up at 6
9?
Yeah.
No, it's just the morning.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
I think
Yeah.
you. Sorry.
It's sun up's
No,
probably
at,
like.
at night.
Oh,
Yeah, okay,
at
so
night.
yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah,
Past 8 o'clock then.
yeah, 8:30.
Alright.
We were on it.
I'll
He's
use.
lived in the Northeast for a long time.
I guess I'll use one of the payphones at the hospital quickly to call my random Google assistant who I still don't know a name for, and just have him like, hey, during the day, go down to Verizon, pick me up a new phone. Like, it's got to be the top of the line phone. Doesn't matter what it like, has to be the best.
Actually, one.
Still fucking beautiful.
Very well.
Do that, then I guess call a Uber or a taxi or something because I gotta go get my car and then back to my house.
Yeah. All right, and yeah, Justin is with you. He now roll me a
William Sire.
Oh, okay.
he is the
Gotcha.
Malkavian clan rep of America.
Gotcha.
And
Sorry, here. My own system.
he just ballet.
Look at him. That was supposed to be.
That was New York.
Wherever it is.
Roll me a willpower
Yeah.
plus perception.
What the body?
Hour and.
Perception.
You see an idiot by the
Too close.
ocean punching a wall in a laundromat, realizing he could have just gotten a phone.
Yeah.
Hey, that kid looks familiar.
Yeah, as you're, in the room, basically before your eyes, Justin transforms into a African American female, sort of a heavy-set woman in her like 50s, perhaps.
Nice.
Yeah, from your perception, there's just a new person there in front of you. Different voice.
I
different everything.
saw him change though, right? Or it wasn't like I turned around and what the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know. He would have done it right in front of you, but I'm wondering from your perspective if it was literally just like, yeah, oh, I didn't see that. I couldn't even process it. Yeah, you probably turned your head and then looked back, and there's just a different person standing there.
Try to stay in right this one movie, sure.
Oh,
human, whoops.
We're in a hospital.
Let's go, guys.
Let's get you down to the ER.
Going home, Sugar?
Yeah. Did you see and I'll describe Justin to her guy around here?
No.
Okay. All right. Well, you have a good night now.
Oh, baby, I'm coming with you. We were just talking.
I was talking to an associate of mine who is not you.
Justin told me I should go with you. Roll me
I don't know how to process that.
roll me an intelligence and vamp knowledge.
She bought you a big hooker, buddy. Knows you need a lot of loving. Take it home. Enjoy.
Nice.
Turns back into cock though.
Wow. Yeah. You're like, well, Malkavians definitely can use obfuscate, and it may be that this guy's thing is like when he obfuscates into a different form, he literally like becomes that person.
That's a fucking.
Oh, I didn't know
Yeah,
obfuscate.
okay,
I didn't know
yeah,
obfuscate
fuck
worked to that extent.
Yeah, well, normally it can totally, at the higher levels, it can, create new sounds, images, everything, like your perception of them totally changes. But,
So I'm convinced this is Justin or whatever, whatever it's called.
Yeah, it's literally a new character, but it is still Justin, yeah. I mean, who knows how deep it goes, memories could be different, personalities could be different.
Alright, screw it. Let's go.
But yeah, all right.
Bang his brains out.
I'll ask, what's your name?
Kara.
Okay.
It's bad when Jim's bad. Even he felt the sting.
Even I wouldn't go to
Sorry,
Get
bud.
get out of the car.
I'm so sorry, Chris.
Oh, you're good.
You just looking at me, and that was the first thing that popped in my head.
Kara or Karen?
I said Kara.
Oh no, you sick fuck.
Like African American female name. First thing that popped in.
Great.
Okay, that's-
First thing that popped in the cure.
let's retcon that. I'm gonna DM retcon that so it doesn't get any weirder.
Next NPC to talk to Will,
Ah.
Brittany.
Weird long pole, bro.
It's Crystal.
Whatever.
You just made it weird.
Yeah. It's more weird now than it was before.
It's awkward.
You gonna re-retcon?
Yes.
Let's see how.
Retconning.
Her name's Daisy.
Goddamn Google search on random female names. It's not gonna be me that's gonna. Abby. Abby, that's good.
Okay.
ABBIE.
Not just a Y.
Gotta be fancy.
It's gotta be fancy.
Most awkward 2 minutes ever.
No, I can't remember.
Yeah,
I'm sure we've
no,
beaten that.
We've-
That's heavy to wake up to.
It's gay if you don't touch it.
Yeah.
There's been moments. I'm usually in those moments.
Hi, my name is Will. I'm very new to this group. I don't know what they're talking about.
Very well. You go home. You did place in that call to your ghoul, and yeah, you should make a name for that ghoul and stuff.
I got it.
Maybe a little backstory.
Yeah, I will, but
Not right now.
But yeah, her shift essentially is going to start at dawn. And what are you doing, Doctor?
Myself?
Yes, Dr. Meyer.
I'm going home with Whitey there.
That's right.
How you doing?
Which is something that
I forgot that. Yeah.
same thing that Justin's saying, right?
Alright.
So yeah, you get a free trip to Walmart as well. Are you grabbing a phone too? Or,
I'm grabbing 2 phones too.
okay. Good. Very good.
One for me, one for Anastasia.
Well, big nose is big and boogers though.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, you guys take a Walmart run, get back to his place, and yeah, we'll say you got probably an hour or so to make some calls or do something if you'd like.
I'm going to be typing up a resignation letter and proofreading it like 50 times before I'm gonna be sleeping on it essentially.
You want me spooning together at the end of this?
No, I want you nowhere near me. And I'm gonna ask Anastasia if she wants to.
Yeah, you know when you get your phone back, there's gonna be a lot of messages from your side.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm gonna ask Anastasia if she wants to hold her position Vertex Pharma, or if she wants to keep on parading around with me.
Whatever you think is best.
They're not gonna be looking at you for any wrongdoings. Well, they might be. Let me sleep on it.
All right.
If you feel one way or another, let me know.
Let me circle back to you.
Very well. So, the Salubri, he does return, probably just as you guys are like leaving or whatever, having made a few phone calls. And he does seem to have a couple of tenants with him who are going to, or seem like they're preparing the sheriff there for relocation. I don't know how you transport like half a torso through a hospital, but it's gotta be a little weird, like
Fucking body bag.
He's not
It's a
breathing.
journey, right?
Well,
It just
yeah.
looked bizarre.
yeah, it looked really
Maybe like
weird.
the tray they bring the meals around on, because it's only like that big. Like,
Yeah, something.
But my mom, I don't know, he's not breathing.
Put a
Sit
little
that bitch
food
up and
cart.
reel
Yeah.
him out.
The elevator's full. Just send him down the dumbwaiter. It's fine.
Toss him underneath someone else's cart. Oh man. So yeah, sheriff is relocated. Seems to be taken care of. Salubri's doing his thing, and yeah, you all have done your various chores for the evening, and we'll say that you will all go to sleep from there. So let's all. Why don't we take this opportunity to have a smoke break?
Not me.
All right. You're recording again. I have a new video here. Apparently, I can't follow it. Aww. Aww.
Why can't you just fucking? Oh, it's fine.
Is it?
I'm learning, Will. Great. So, roll me will saves, everybody, please. Or sorry, just will powers.
Ooh.
Over by 7.
Under by 5.
Over by 9.
9,
7.
7,
Over by 2.
2.
Under by 5.
Wow, perfect.
2 out of a 7, babe.
Does that include your humanity penalty?
Oh, fucking.
Ooh.
Oh, I forgot about that little guy.
Plus 4, under by 1. Math.
Yes.
So that penalty is applied to the die. So over by
Yeah.
3. Okay.
The morality penalty?
Yeah, it's basically your difference from 7.
Okay, in which case, over by 9.
Very well.
Is that for every roll?
Probably just waking and that type of shit.
Yeah, waking,
I
resisting
have not been adding
frenzy.
that to every roll. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I should probably specify where, but yeah, it'd be
Yeah.
any sort of waking, resisting frenzy. Any like resisting the power of say like a elder vampire or some sort of
Okay.
occult thing. Yeah, you're closer to the beast now, so it's
If
harder
you
to
can,
resist.
just
the
shout
call.
out when. So thanks.
Fair enough. So you are still the first person to wake up, though.
Huzzah.
It is probably 6 o'clock in the morning.
In the morning?
Or sorry, no. Damn it, I'm doing it again.
You wouldn't
It
know,
is
bro.
now 8:30
At
in
night.
the evening,
Okay, cool.
Wednesday morning.
Alrighty
It was a
then.
very particular curse.
Yeah, that's all. It's gonna be a long
I wake
fucking
up, stay
day.
inside, go to bed. I don't do shit. I've raised like a pandemic.
And so, what is your feeding restriction there?
I gotta feed on a bitch that's ovulating.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love it.
So I imagine I have a tender.
Yeah, they're better
Very
than female
specific.
No
You know.
one is hitting you up on that. No woman in their right fucking mind. I don't care what.
That's
you
why
look
you're
like
on
in
Tinder.
Game. I don't care what you look like in game. No one's swiping right on a person named Whitey. No one.
I don't use my real name. Or this one.
Yo, you bleeding? Let's get to meeting.
There you go, baby.
Huh.
So
But
yeah,
that's not how you do that.
I am. We haven't talked about this before,
If you
but
are recirculating.
yeah, you basically will burn 5 blood for a day's worth of sleep. Presumably, you of course used some the last night as well, doing some of your dominates and things like that. So yeah, I mean we'll.
Well, in that case, I'm gonna hit up Tinder, Craigslist, see if I can find an easy one.
Find an easy one. All right.
Ovulating, hopefully.
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 Yeah.
Um,
I'm sure that you've probably encountered this issue before.
I'm gonna say 20 for blood at now. Does that sound?
That sounds fair. And yeah, all right. Roll me a God, what would we?
Charisma manipulation.
I don't know if that would fucking do anything on Tinder.
Wait, there's also a social media thing, isn't there? Software hacking,
That
electronics.
yeah. Let me see here.
Software hacking.
I don't persuade.
Arts, culture, social media.
There it is.
Oh yeah, okay. And then you want to do that with intelligence
I would
or
use that.
charisma,
Hmm,
contacts.
yeah, it would probably be a contacts, arts, culture, and social media.
No, not even near it, dude. 19. I wrote no.
All right. Yeah, we'll say for the sake of convenience that you've probably encountered this problem before. Maybe you have some connections or numbers of people in that business who
Yeah.
know what their girl's schedule is and can provide you with that sort of stuff. So maybe you need
Time
to
to
make
get
some
a
phone
pimp.
calls. Yeah.
Yeah.
Next up,
Sorry, you pointed at me.
yes,
But
same thing. You're down 5. I don't think you used anything
No, I don't think
discipline-wise
so.
the other night. We'll assume that you fed up to full, especially since blood access. But
I want to get dressed and grab like, oh, fuck, I don't know. Some like old records that I have in the place and go set out around town looking for a pawn shop.
very well. What is your purpose in looking for a pawn shop? You're looking for anything in particular?
I want to
or-
find out who owns it and I want to intimidate them into giving me money. And then own this pawn shop.
Interesting.
That's how you do that.
Yeah.
Very well. Yeah, I'd say probably you're not going to find many on the docks in downtown where you're
Right.
kind of at. The Dorchester is probably the community that you'd want to check out there. Sort of the lower, guttier end of Boston.
Yep.
So yeah, I'll say that you can take a ride and go to that. Are you taking a cab for this, or Uber, or like going to be walking around the streets trying to find a pawn shop? Did you have a car? Did we ever
no.
establish that? No.
Holy shit. I guess it's public transportation. I'll take buses or whatever is available.
All right. So yeah, you're able to hop on a bus there without too much problem from downtown, and that'll surely take you to Trans Center, where you can then take a ride onto Dorchester. Doctor?
Keeping my eye out for like if there happen to be any like street performers out there that are like the sketch artist type people, definitely looking for that. I'll even talk to like drummers on the street and be like, you know anyone that does like those caricature sketches and stuff like that?
So you're looking for a sketch artist?
Essentially, yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. I don't know. Unfortunately, at this time of night, you could probably walk the streets of Boston and downtown and find someone to do that during the day.
Right, exactly.
At night, yeah, that would be more of a challenge. Maybe if you looked on Craigslist or something, you'd probably find something.
If only I could do that.
Or TaskRabbit.
What the fuck's a TaskRabbit? Like a Yellow Pages app type of bullshit?
Kind of, yeah. Essentially, it's, you can post up tasks to be done online and people can just look it up and say, oh, so-and-so is looking for someone to do this thing, and they can bid and take the job. So yeah, it could be anything from, oh, I need a phone to, I need someone to clean my apartment. I need someone to assemble my IKEA furniture, whatever it is. So yeah, around here, not so great, but in a city like Boston, it can be, yeah, there's always people looking to make a buck. So doctor, you wake up, there is actually a,
Fuck, I forgot to get a phone.
large.
See, let's just see how long this lasts. It's like November. God damn it.
Where are these guys?
I thought you got phone last night, didn't you?
No.
There is a black woman that you recognize walking around your apartment. She seems to be like going around looking through like cabinets and stuff, and like opening your refrigerator. And I presume you don't have any food or anything like that here.
No, like
A box
this
of
place
dishes.
is like I basically just sleep here. It's set up for appearances. There's
Yeah,
nothing
nothing here.
really.
You could sell this bitch at any time, huh?
Yeah, like everything I own could easily fit in my car.
Nice. I envy you. Yeah. So yeah, she seems to be like Abby is looking around. Says, "Hey, sugar, how you doing?"
Pretty good. You looking for something?
Yeah, looking for food.
What kind of food?
Food. Everything's barren here.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to go shopping.
Yeah, mine wants pancake.
I see.
Lumber Milling Company.
Well, I was gonna go out and hang out with some friends. You gonna be all right, sugar?
Yeah, I'll be fine. You can go have fun.
Is it all right if I let myself out?
Pearl
Go right out.
Excellent. Take care, baby.
You too. Is my phone that I had my unnamed ghoul get at my place, like in the hallway? Okay.
Yeah, we'll say it's probably in, like you have a mailbox downstairs type deal.
Okay. Go get that. Set that up, and then, how many pints of blood is blood point like?
So
What's the
yeah,
ratio here?
so a blood bag is
The standard 1 pint, I'm assuming.
yes, a standard 1 point. That's or it's 1 pint. That is equivalent to 5 blood points. A pint of animal blood is 3. Fresh human blood is actually 7. So if it's straight from the tap, it's much more
Okay.
effective. And if you happen to exsanguinate a person, like actually drink them down, it's 10 points per pint. You get the good marrow, so to speak.
Okay.
And vampires, of course, are even more potent, obviously, if you had that hunger.
Okay. I'm gonna call up the whatever the
Bloober?
yeah, something like that. Like where you call and they bring you blood.
Sure.
Gash Dash.
Ah, yeah, that's the one.
Gash Dash, yes.
I
You
want,
don't have to call, it's just an app. You can just order.
oh, okay. I'm going to order 9 pints of O negative.
Very well.
You can do that?
Oh, but yeah, it's definitely integrated for Venture, the ones who pay the most for blood.
I know, like, I have to get that
fucking
fucking
kidding
app
me?
now.
The first
It's
question
like,
I ask
it's
you
like
is,
the only app on my phone.
do you have a need for something specific? Yes. Okay. Prices automatically.
Do you
go
need
up
that
8
gash,
times.
Dad?
Yeah, I think we established that if you go to a clinic, it's like 2,000 a pint, and if you order delivery, it's like 4,000 a pint.
Jesus.
Okay.
Wow.
Fuck, yeah, I'll just kill a fucking hooker.
Screw it. Make it 10. Just a nice round number. Leave one in the fridge.
Very well.
I'm leaving one in the fridge, drinking one, and then the other 8 are to replenish the ones that I took out of the fridge in my car for the medic bag, because those have been sitting unrefrigerated for who knows how many days.
The good thing is, though, that, yeah,
Jello.
you can business expense all that, so
Yeah.
cost of doing business. Yeah, very well. So yeah, we'll probably say it's like an hour or whatever from when you place your order in, but yeah, delivery shows right up in a nice dry ice cooler and stuff. Blood is kept chilled. It's sort of like a styrofoam one, so it's kind of disposable. Like they just leave the cooler there, and whatever your specification is for delivery, there it is. You don't have to be there per se to pick it up, as they assume some people probably want discretion. But yeah, it's just left outside of your door.
Alright.
And so yeah, last up, Dr. Quinn, medicine man. you wake up inside of his house. You've already been active for a while. Mr. Sleepyhead here is probably taking his time.
I'll turn on that phone for the first time. I assume some way to activate it through like a Verizon website or something.
Yeah,
like that.
exactly.
Like,
There's-
hey,
yeah.
just fucking. Yeah, I'll turn the phone on for the first time and pass Anastasia hers and just kind of wait for the text to ring in.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a large number of texts that pop up.
Turn it on, nothing happens.
There's
Oh, that's even worse.
there's a bunch of calls from your sire, primarily a couple dating from like the day before when you first arrived in DC, and then of course last night there's a couple.
Yeah.
There's messages from like your your brothers and sisters.
In the Chantry?
The other progeny of your sire as
Oh.
well. Like,
Oh.
my God, what's going on?
Yeah.
A bunch of text messages, and probably like, the last message from your sire is there's no like explanation to it. Like if you're listening through them, the first couple are like, hey, you gotta give me a call. This stuff's going on, and the last one is literally just, you need to call me.
Yeah.
And so the others, like I said, from your co-progeny there, like, oh my God, what's going on? Hope you're okay. And they seem to be genuine and nice, but they're obviously reaching out. And there's probably some messages. Well, I wouldn't say there's any messages from what is it, Anastasia there, or what's your?
I mean, she's been with me the whole time.
Yeah, exactly. She wouldn't have needed to call you. So I'm trying to think if anyone else would have reached out to you during that time. Probably not. Although, now that I think about it, Mason was the one who was supposed to get the calls from the prince, but of course he's not here. So you might actually have a call from some Boston numbers.
Okay.
That I don't know if it would have like there'd be an official like number essentially that the authorities in Boston would
Yeah.
call people like they
Like when
would
the police
recognize.
call you and it's 911, you're like, oh, that's odd.
Yeah, exactly. 911 doesn't call you. Yeah. So there's probably a couple numbers there that you don't recognize. And if you again are listening to the messages, one would say, "Oh, my name is Tara Klein. I'm an assistant
Real imaginative, this one.
to the prince." Fucker. I gotta get it out of my system, man. It's just gotta be done. I'm an assistant to the prince. If you could give me a call back at this number, doctor, we would appreciate it greatly.
Yeah. I'm gonna take a fucking like 45-minute long shower and just think, and clear off all the. Yeah.
Very well.
Shooting dust.
You hear this guy go into the shower.
Good
You
for
know.
him.
Hot water's free, apparently.
Yeah. If I didn't have to pay for it, I'd take 45 fucking minutes in there too.
That's a dad thing to mention about. So he goes into the shower. Probably doesn't even bother saying a fucking word to you.
Good.
And so what are you doing now? You've checked you're on
Oh.
Craigslist on the Tinder there
No,
initially.
To be fair, I think I'm one of those assholes that keeps the sound on. So all you heard was ding 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 ding, and then
Yeah, it's better him than me.
and then just walk into the bathroom. As long as I remember gunshot, it's fine.
To be fair, there's no reason really to go in the bathroom other than to take a shower too. So it's not like you're out of luck.
I'm gonna
You
call-
probably have multiple bathrooms in your house, but fuck mine.
Yeah, I think it's like a 2-bathroom actually. I remember right.
Hmm.
But anyways, getting fat. Call a couple pimps.
Yeah.
See if I am ovulating.
Very
or
well.
if not, then
Who's
see if
not working tonight?
Yeah.
Who's only working backdoor this evening?
You it takes a couple calls, but you do find someone that you've done business with in the past that says, "Oh yeah, I got a girl meets your criteria."
Listen, 2 things. Can I put this on a retainer? And can you get her here in like a half hour?
How much you offering?
Jesus Christ. Regular rates for whatever you pay per the girl. Retainer. I'll kick you an extra $2,000 a week just to keep the line open to me and keep this kind of thing aware.
All right.
Set a reminder in your phone for 21 days.
Who's up today?
And for getting her here quick, an extra $500 for you personally.
Yeah, going rates, yeah, $250 an hour.
I need like a half hour, so but I'll pay you a full hour.
Well, yeah, you gotta pay for an
Yeah,
hour.
yeah.
But yeah, so I'll get her there in half an hour.
Do I pay her? You gotta send a guy with her to handle the money.
You can give her the money.
All right, well,
That's my experience.
all of it down first. So
Half hour of action, then a half hour crying.
you can light the candle though too.
Oh. Was the half hour crying done before or after?
15
Did
before.
they, did they have to stay there for the crying,
They're
or?
very helpful.
It's nice if they do.
The womanly instinct of taking care of a person who's too weak to stand in.
Oh, you're so broken.
Except for a kid.
So,
Well,
yeah,
you have
you're,
a tough life.
you're
Try being
able to
fucking
make
sex
a
worker.
connection. And arrange to have that delivered. And yeah, so what else are you doing in the meantime?
I'm gonna leave a message with a house broker. Well, actually, commercial broker. I'm looking for like probably a storage unit building for sale.
Storage unit building for sale.
Yeah, small unit, like a 10-unit building.
Where?
Near the harbor, near the airport, somewhere along an exit.
Unfortunately, there's nothing that small in Boston. Like, I mean,
The small. Try to find a smaller one that they have.
Like you want to own the whole thing, or just
Yeah.
you want? Oh, I thought
wanna
you
own
meant
the
like
whole
you
damn
wanted a
thing.
couple units.
yeah, like the problem with that is like most of the storage unit buildings are like literally like 4-story
Cool.
mega
We'll
structures.
find one. Yeah,
Like-
I don't get the smallest one I can find. I'd like to call and see if I can start putting something in the works there. I imagine no one's awake yet, or no one's working yet. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, you can basically probably get an email together.
Yeah.
Contact an official business broker there, someone who would be happy to represent you in your attempt to acquire a
And
local storage unit.
text everybody and see if they can meet at my place in about an hour and a half to 2 hours. Talk some business real quick.
Very
You're
well.
ding again in the bathroom.
Yeah,
I'm gonna send it to you just in case.
definitely didn't bring my phone in with me. But, for what it's worth.
You hear a ding inside the bedroom.
That phone's probably unlocked, by the way, if you want to go through it.
No.
Alright.
Your
I got my
phone
own
does,
problems.
does ring.
Yeah, not to like dangle a
Ring or
carrot in
like
front of you,
dings
but,
from
you know, let you know.
message?
It dings from his
Alright,
message.
so hour and a
Your
half,
page
2
one
hours.
doesn't
So
go
it
off.
took
Yeah,
like
no.
what, half hour to get to his house, roughly.
Yeah.
Screw it, I'm gonna go up the roof and go for a swim. In the meantime,
Nice.
Hard fucking life, huh?
it is.
It's tough.
I think that apartment costs like $8,000 a month.
I'm still working on my fucking mortgage. And he's fucking using up all my hot water.
Yeah, just don't let a doctor come over to your house. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. No respect for anything.
Ooh, which phone rang or dinged? Personal or business?
Probably your personal one. I assume that's the number he has, Sam.
I was gonna say if it was business, I'd hand him an invoice when I got there.
Yes. Yeah, that would be nice.
House call.
So, taking a bus to Dorchester. You are hop the bus, go to a transit center or whatever, probably in the Leather District of all places. Board the transit center there, it takes you on to Dorchester, and getting off in a neighborhood where presumably you can find some pawn shops.
Hopefully, yeah.
And without looking, if you had this thing called Google, you could probably find one quickly. Yeah, it probably takes like 15 minutes of walking around.
That weird guy asking people on the street.
Yeah, exactly.
I
You're
would assume
also,
you're a tourist, but you better not be a fucking tourist.
yeah, you're also looking for someone who can do sketches or
Yep.
whatever as well.
Any street performer, I'm just asking them, like, hey, anyone that does fucking drawings?
Yeah, you are not able to find a pawn shop. However, within probably 20 minutes, you're actually able to find it's actually like a 24-hour like dance and, God, what is it?
Like an artist space thing?
Yeah, exactly. It's more like an artist space type thing, cafe, but there's live music and everything, and there's and
They're
they're
open.
like they are open.
Nice.
And yeah, everything seems to be like people are wearing masks and stuff and respecting social distancing. It's not like a super densely packed place, but there are actually people like painting walls in here, murals, and just maybe a half dozen tables or something like that of people eating and having some drinks.
Yeah, I'll just start going. By the way, I do not wear a mask. That just sound like cowardice. So.
You want to clarify that as a character decision?
Yes. Yeah, I'll just start going up to people being like, hey, I'm looking to get commissioned work on portraits. Hey, you know of someone, can you do it? As realistic as possible, not like watercolor shit.
Oh. Yeah. The receptionist at the cafe there, or bar, or whatever we want to call it, artist space, basically sees you coming in without a mask on and says, "I'm sorry, sir, but you'll have to wear a mask. And we can provide you with one if you'd like. You're welcome to speak with anyone here. You're wearing a mask."
Is there a mandate on this?
Yes.
Says who?
The governor, the mayor.
Did the president?
At this time, no.
I think he put that in charge of the governors, and the governor said that everyone we have to.
God, well, all right, then I don't want to go in. Could you ask around for me if there is anyone that does that type of portraits or whatnot, if you know of anyone? I don't want to put your business out of sorts.
Are you looking to pay an artist or commission an
Oh,
artist?
absolutely, yes.
Oh, okay. Sure. Give me a minute.
I hope they do your drawing, but then they add a mask to
What I look like.
This guy leaves. Who is the receptionist?
Bro, you just gotta get astral projection. Like, just fucking hover
And,
above your own body.
right.
Like, oh, okay.
He comes back a minute later with a masked artist looking person. They got the schmuck on, and it's got like paint, and they
Oh, nice.
probably have just been working on a mural type thing. And they actually step outside. They are wearing a mask and say, "Hey, I understand you're interested in commissioning a portrait."
Yeah, I'll give him the 6 feet outside
Okay.
type thing. Yes, I'm looking to get actually pretty frequent portraits done, possibly like bi-weekly.
Yourself?
Of myself, yes. It would have to be done on my property, maybe on like Monday and Thursday nights.
How much are you paying?
$300 a session. I'd accept sketches.
Sketches. For 400 session, it would probably take a couple hours to do a good quality sketch. That I think would be reasonable.
That'd be fantastic. Can I get your?
I'm curious though why you would require a sketch of yourself every other week.
Twice a week.
Twice a week.
We all have our own Piccadillys.
like a kink thing or something?
Oh, an artist would not ask that. Come on. They know it's a kink thing.
Fair enough. Yeah, never mind.
These are the same people who get all their money from drawing anime porn. Like, I don't give a fuck. As long as there's not a tentacle involved, they're happy to do it.
I'll say, if I can grab your number, I'll give you a call. Maybe later on, maybe tonight, tomorrow night, we could maybe do a first run of it. It would have to be around 8 o'clock each night.
Sure. Gives you a card. Basically says Chris Knowles.
That's a no.
Fuck.
Chris Knowles, artist in residence. Number on there, email even.
Excellent. Thanks so much.
Have a good night.
What time does this place close?
Well, they used to be open pretty much all night, but now I think they have to close down at, midnight for rules and stuff.
Great. I'm gonna look through the window at the receptionist, kind of narrow my eyes a little bit, and then be like, I have to go return some videotapes. Thank you. And I'm going to find a fucking phone. I'm gonna do it.
A mobile phone, is that what you were
A
or
mobile
landline, or okay. Yes. We'll say that without much effort, you are able to find a corner grocery store,
Perfect.
convenience store, and there is a burner mobile phone in there that you can purchase.
No touch screen, just
Yep.
physical buttons. Enter in numbers from a piece of paper that has these guys' numbers, and I guess I'll call this guy.
Your phone rings.
All right. Hello.
Hi, it's Vincent. I am back up and running in the world of communication. This is my number, blah, 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 blah. Oh, wait, you probably have that. Anything going on?
Well, I just finished up a nice swim, and then we're heading over to Whitey's, I believe.
Have I been there before?
If you're part of the coterie,
Yeah.
no. Do you know where?
Everyone
Yeah.
else is invited.
Nice.
Great, I'll make my way over there.
All right. Sounds good. And I'm actually glad you cut my swim short because I forgot there was something else I wanted to do. Go back, get back down to the apartment, get dried off and dressed, and then I'd ordered like some X-Acto knives and a carving kit on Amazon. I want to lift up the insole in my shoes and then into the heel, cut little holes, circles. One big enough for 2 gold coins and one big enough for a gold coin in that Paradise medallion.
Are you John Wick?
Actually, those are the coins I have, yes.
Oh.
So those are there's 3 gold coins and that on me at all times. And the others I'll just stash in probably like a nightstand or something in my house because what the fuck else am I gonna do with them?
You only own one pair of shoes?
Hmm?
You only own one pair of shoes?
Yeah, until those get worn out, and then I replace them.
I gotta wear the same pants every day. At least the same color.
I have probably 8 outfits, all of them identical.
Okay.
That's how you
Peter
do it.
Griffin.
I like that.
Yeah.
Here comes the gravy.
Very well.
The only word we say in my house is Nachos Bel Grande.
So are you still looking for a pawn shop, or are you going to?
No, I'll move off to that direction. I'm gonna.
Yeah, he is a little ways away. I think you're like from his
north of
yeah,
Boston.
you're north. Yeah,
Like say 10 minutes out of Boston, north of Boston. 15.
you're actually, I think, like sandwiched in between MIT and Harvard.
I will attempt to
Places,
call an
so
Uber
you're-
if you can even do that.
Call an Uber.
No, I don't think so.
I mean,
I would be amazed. I think you need. I think the
Yeah,
idea is
there'd
you need
have
to
to
set
be a
up an
taxi,
account
yeah.
because there needs to be like some accountability. If you
Right.
need some fucked up stuff in a car.
You could call it taxi.
well, you
I'm
also
sure
put your
those still
financial
exist.
information too. But yeah, there's plenty of taxi services around that you can call.
That'll work. Call a taxi. Do that.
All right. Yeah, you're able to call a taxi and they say, sure, we'll have someone out there to pick you up in 10 minutes or whatever.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
You were taking a taxi for like 45 minutes.
Oh yeah. It's either gonna end in a gunshot or him driving away angry.
Yeah.
Very
You're
well.
welcome.
Taxi comes, picks you up, and it takes you off. In the meantime, you are getting out of the shower, I presume.
Yeah.
Um,
After Anastasia and I get dressed, I guess I'll just give a call to the city first.
all right. Yes. So I'm talking to Tara.
Mm-hmm.
She says, "Oh, thank you for calling, Doctor. We were concerned about you. The prince basically informed me that you were taking care of the sheriff. Last we knew, the sheriff was kidnapped and taken away from his hospital room in Johns Hopkins, and there seems to be some concern that some ill might have befallen him. Do you know what happened to the sheriff?"
I have absolutely no interest in discussing any patients of mine. If the prince wishes to call me himself, he has my number, I believe. I will not be speaking with you.
So you will speak with the prince, huh?
Yes.
I see. Well, are you in Boston now?
Good question, bitch.
That is not of any concern to you.
Very well. We hope everything is going well with you, and the sheriff as well. Just know that there are certain parties that may wish you or the sheriff ill, and that you are advised to keep as low profile as possible and keep your head on a swivel.
Should you have any more life advice for me, please give me a call back. Click.
Love triangle.
Oh, love triangle? What do you mean?
Make it just soda.
Very well.
James Bond, Moneypenny, you and this girl. Things are so romantic.
James Bond,
Money penny. You and this girl.
Just the sexual tension. Mwah.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Who's
Yeah.
James Bond?
You know, I would have gone money penny, but way to do.
So we'll say that he's made this call as you're making your calls on an unrelated matter, requesting blood, and that you all meet up around, I think 11:30ish
Yeah.
at Casa de Whitey.
The White Castle.
I'm not paying this cab driver.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not giving him the exact location of this person's house. Probably maybe just a street. Yeah, I'm just getting out of the car.
Okay. Yeah, he.
By the way, I live in a cul-de-sac. Yeah, just to let you know.
He.
The last house.
He says, "Hey, what the fuck's going on?" Sees you just presumably walking away.
I think the first shot is level 2 dominate, drive away
Yeah. Give me a roll.
by 13.
Very well. Yeah, he drives away.
He fucks off.
Alright. Well, it didn't end how I thought it would. He'll probably be mad later.
Hey, wait a minute. You didn't even give me a fucking tip.
I'm passing the hey, wait a minute on. Last night it was me going, hey, wait a minute, I could have gotten the phone. Now he's going to be like, hey, I should have.
Yeah.
Tomorrow night his wife was like, oh, hey, he did kill me.
Hey, wait. That's better quickly, I know.
Christ.
So yeah, you are all now at Whitey's place.
They'll meet in the living room there. By the way, it is a one bathroom, so thanks a lot for 45 minutes of holding my piss.
You're welcome. You don't need to
I know,
pee.
I know exactly. With the hot water.
Still aggravated about the hot water.
I'm sure I was an extreme inconvenience to you compared to the other 3 Russians and whores you had in here last
I know,
night.
pretty much, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the place is.
Horrible, disgusting.
Yeah.
Looks like a frat house, just shit on it.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, dude, this
Nice.
place is trash now. It was pristine.
Anastasia could have helped pick up the last.
I'm not paying her.
Neither am I.
Okay.
So this is in a nice neighborhood, or
Yeah, it's a gorgeous neighborhood. Just
but like there's
that
a party was here?
the inside is demolished. The outside looks fine.
I mean, it's
Not demolished.
it's
but
not. Yeah, there's no property damage. It's just clutter.
You can tell there's
Like, there-
hookers.
So,
and
like-
yeah,
fucking
there's
Russians.
just, you know.
When Vincent's finishing his cigarette, does he look for an ashtray or does he just put it out
Before
on
he
the floor?
walks into the house, he probably looks for an ashtray before he walking in the house. Walking in the house, he probably just drops it on the floor.
Oh, okay. Alright.
No, it's not that bad. There was some liquor bottles.
There's still
and there
blow
was
on my fucking table. like,
the blow's
Liquor
been,
bottle's
the
perfect.
blow's been used up. to
The
be
cigarette
honest.
goes in the liquor bottles.
Yeah,
If there's any liquor in those liquor bottles, you should probably save that and use it for a different escapade.
yeah. There's probably some liquor left over.
yeah, don't drink none of that. Don't drink none of the liquor. Unless you want to get real
Doesn't
fucked
drop
up.
the cigarette.
Don't drink the liquor.
Oh, the formaldehyde. Fucking. I don't know if that's flammable. Fucking.
It's
formaldehyde.
fentanyl.
Fentanyl.
Fentanyl is in it.
No shit.
Now this party gets it.
Y'all really get down, don't you?
It was a rough night. Killed a Russian.
It is, as you all get here and start looking around, it is very high end liquor, actually. Kind of a shame. A lot of like 18-year scotches and,
Oh,
high
shit.
end Russian vodkas, gins.
Everything you expect Samantha to buy.
Who called us all here?
I did.
Okay.
Actually, I'm probably typing at the moment. I'm really pulling a fucking vortex here.
Right.
Turns out I'm a bard.
So when I'm doing this, I'm writing the fucking investment proposal contract. So Sam has asked us to take care of those Sabat dick bags that me and you.
NOD or NOD or whatever.
Knobbers.
Yeah, yeah.
They want to do she wants to do a joint operation with a few of her people
And our people?
and our people.
Does she know who our people are?
Yeah, I think for the most part. I
I'm
mean,
sure
she met a couple
Mason
of us.
would be
A good one for it. Yeah,
considering it's under his jurisdiction, being a member of the law.
that'd be kind of nice. And I imagine we could call Leo. He might give us a hand.
Right. Well, maybe.
I see how he's developed, anyways. Actually, and
Let's
Guns
call the
McKee.
sheriff. Just kidding.
Bring him along.
Just
You-
push him in
you-
a wheelchair.
Where is the sheriff?
I don't know. Probably for the best, honestly.
You don't know who took him?
Oh, I know who took him, but I don't know where he is.
Who took him?
The celebrity that helped heal him. So that's
What was the celebrity's name?
Tethius.
Yep, he's dead.
I would assume that one willing to heal him wouldn't be
I wasn't
the same
talking about the
person willing to kill
sheriff.
him. That's out of my hands. Someone willing to kill him is. They want me dead, and I'd be gone already. So.
Fair enough. So I told Samantha that I talked to you about it. Didn't think you guys actually wanted a part of it, but just in case you do,
Yeah.
I imagine probably get some fucking.
How have things
boost.
developed for you with Poway? Anything?
I haven't had a
that
chance yet.
conversation? Okay. Just
No, I
curious.
figured that vaccine thing would be put off.
Back burner. Yeah,
Yeah,
that makes sense.
it's still a phone call I have to make.
Curse of the venture. Always another phone call.
Always another phone call.
Yeah,
Well, we could send
you would
Mason on it.
know certainly that the protocol, if you discover that there's Sabat
What?
or suspect that there's Sabat, is that you're supposed to call the authorities and they're supposed to deal with it.
I did that. Called Leo.
Did you?
Originally, I called Leo. But as soon as we left Wings, I called Leo. He said he'd get back to me.
Oh, okay. That's right. I forgot that.
Instantly called Leo.
Okay. So yes,
phone
presumably the sheriff's department is doing some level of investigation on this as well. If obviously you can't just say someone is a Sabat. You have to provide some proof. If there's proof delivered, however, you can have a blood hunt declared. It can be either a public one or a private one. So say if your group, is the one to discover evidence, you can say, hey, we want this quiet and we're gonna take care of it ourselves. And that's an option for you to explore as well, but you should declare it as your intent if that's what you want to do.
So should I call Leo and declare it my intent?
Well, you could certainly follow up with Leo and see what, if anything, they've done. You
Well,
would also
first-
probably have that knowledge and authority as well and connections.
I bet you got the authority too.
I've just got
You are
few
a
things.
consultant, but you are certainly knowledgeable with members of the sheriff community and law enforcement in this town.
So before we make any phone calls or anything, is this anything that we want to go about?
I mean, we can, but
I'm not much of a combat guy, but I
more
can
than
hold a
half,
gun.
more than half of us are.
And hell, maybe we don't have to fucking kill him, but we can walk in and schmooze it out. But
Who are the people that are suspected of being Sabat?
Knob Gang down in the Leather District.
Knob King?
Knob.
You said gang. How many?
Oh,
are we
Knob
talking?
Gang.
Knob
Yeah.
Gang.
It's the NOB gang. It's like it's actually an abbreviation for 3 different streets in the Rochester part of town.
No, they're not. Yeah, it is Rochester. Okay.
And or maybe I'm there. Yeah, I think it's Rochester, Dorchester, somewhere in there. And so yes, you were originally given the contact, or sorry, the location where 2 suspected or accused Sabat are staying. An address there of yeah, it was like a Chimney Heights address or something like that. Chimney Heights is the street. So yeah, there wasn't any description of the 2 people given, other than to say that, hey, they're Sabat, they were associated with this gang, and they've been staying at this place.
So we've got 2 unnamed people that we don't know what look like, that are part of a gang that are supposedly Sabat.
We know they're black.
A lot of info.
We know they're black, and I can get a hold of Wang. I gotta have a meeting with him anyways to
Yeah.
get more information. But if it's something you want to do, Wang, he's a big cock.
Human?
No,
Not Serato.
Yeah.
Run cyber coders.
that's where I got those bouncy balls
So
from.
who is this a favor for?
Not really a favor necessarily. Sam said if we wanted it, we could take it
Blood hunt.
or help her. It's an opportunity. Whether or not we want it, it's there.
I'm not personally interested in a blood hunt, but if I will help you if you're going.
Okay. Quinn, I
Um,
know we got a lot of shit going on. That's why I
There
don't plan on
have
myself
not-
saying yes or no at the moment.
I don't know. There haven't been many moments in my life where we can consider such a thing, but now might be the time to consider such a thing. So, I'll have to think on it, but probably not for myself at least.
Charles? I never know your name.
Given our respective abilities, this seems like it would take a lot of infiltration and stuff to just find out who these fucking people are with maybe very little payoff. The one thing I could help with would be getting in with them and saying, hey, I'm not actually fake Sabat, or I'm not actually I'm not actually Camarilla, I am a Sabat agent, and get in with them that way. But that's only a card that can be used once, really.
Ever. And that would be
Once
worth it
ever,
for
and it
this.
doesn't seem like it would be worth it for this,
No.
yeah. That seems like a card to be held in the future. I mean, if Wing finds out who they are and sends in a strike force, I'd be happy to go. Help
I know
out or
Sam's
whatever.
sending somebody.
But burning that one, because then I could just use that for further cover in the future. Oh, hey, I did this to get in deeper with the Camarilla or whatever. But it
Nope.
doesn't seem worth burning it right now. Not to mention, I'm not exactly an infiltrator.
I'll call Sam and tell her and we're good. Sound fair?
I mean, unless you mean infiltrating the Camarilla, in which case I'm okay at it.
Yeah, you're
Good so far.
alright. Like this group cares.
After a few nights ago, there's not much more Camarilla to infiltrate.
Yeah, I mean,
And we'll
We already
cross
did, what,
off the
two-
Sabat
2 or 3
storyline.
that
All right.
all you got left
There
is the
goes
prince.
3 adventures.
3 adventures, you said? Do we? Oh, well.
Oh yeah. Text Sam and say we're not really our cup of tea.
I'll put my name in there
But
if they need like a fire squad.
But if you need
or
a fire
something,
squad, we got
like-
Mason, we got this guy.
Oh god!
And
If Mason's here for the conversation, you'd probably be like, "Let's fucking go kill him for what it's worth." I mean, like the
Yeah, I mean
Like
that's a
that.
very good point. I mean,
I mean, if he wants to go
Mason
back him up,
honestly
I don't wanna
has
be
like an obligation, given
you-
his role, to actually
Do we wa-
intervene in this.
Do we want to say maybe that Mason and you go on this fucking mission, and Mason can bring 3 cops with him, or
I mean, it's totally
Or two
legit to
cops?
say you 3 don't want anything to do with it, but the coterie will
Yeah.
send 2 representatives to.
third. Since I'm negotiating, I kind of should go.
All right.
like as Whitey?
As Whitey.
I mean, I'll be happy to drop off the cop, just a foot soldier underneath Mason for the excursion, if you don't mind.
As you suggest, it seems like at this point there needs to be a period of information gathering anyway to
Yeah, right.
ascertain what exactly is or is not there.
Well, I gotta call Wing. I gotta call Leo.
Yeah.
Fucking
So,
venture shit.
It may be, Mason has the ability as a captain in the police force to literally assign people to survey. He could get warrants to do wiretapping.
Yeah,
I can
get
also-
that shit moving.
dick around that area and see if they come after me. Frankly,
Don't
like
show
yeah.
your card yet.
it's not showing my card; it's showing me it's still Camarillo, just unaware that there's a bat in the area.
Okay.
If they come after me or follow me, that might help. I don't know.
Bag and tag.
Yeah. So we'll say that you call Samantha.
We have
and-
3 for you.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, we placed we sent a
Before
ghoul-
I go further with her, can I ask Mason to get on the phone and try to get some taps and shit?
Sure. You have someone that can do that then.
If that is that, then yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we so the coterie, we kind of pooled our resources a bit. We sent one of our ghouls to check the place out, who has a little experience in entering places, shall we say. And so they went there. The place was empty. No one appeared to be home, but they did enter. Best guess is it's kind of like a safe house. Found some cash, some IDs stashed there.
You get pictures of the IDs.
Yes, actually.
Can you get those sent to me?
Sure. We can send those over to you as well.
Do we know who owns what businesses in the Leather District? Like, if they're living there, is it financial? Like,
Well, this house is in the
Leather.
Rochester area,
Yeah,
Dorchester
Leather
area.
District is Wing's place. And-
Yeah.
isn't that where we suspect these guys to be?
No, I just
No.
mixed that up.
No, there's
Oh,
Rochester.
sorry, they're not again, right?
Yeah, they're
sorry.
south side.
Okay. In that area, do we know if, I don't know, maybe we could track them down that way? See
Yeah,
what
this
works
isn't
out.
where the Knob Gang was based. So we think it's probably like a safe house type thing where these guys who were
okay.
coming in to, either direct or maybe supply these guys were hanging out when they were in town. For what it's worth, it looked like someone had been there a few days ago. There was some receipts and stuff like that. So, someone's there, coming there, going there, but no one was there when our ghoul stopped by.
Can we
So,
get photos of those receipts?
yeah, actually, that's a good idea. He did take photos of everything, so we can have that sent over to you.
Give her my email.
All right. Yeah.
She probably already doesn't have it, but
Your footprinter.
yeah, I do.
Yeah, you guys are gonna have like email exchanges going on here. You're gonna know bank account routing numbers and all sorts of fun shit here soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, she says, sure, I'll get that information together and send it over to you in a file. But yeah, if we could maybe pool our resources, I reached out to the sheriff,
Let's see.
the authorities.
Okay.
The sheriff is unavailable, apparently.
Really? Why?
You don't say.
Yeah, apparently there was this attack. And
I
things
don't
went really
actually say
bad.
that, by the way.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, she would be very ignorant of the reason, other than to say the authorities seem to be very tight-lipped. There was a very bad attack of some sort that went down, a lot of rumors, and so the authorities don't seem too interested in chasing this Sabat lead at the moment. They get just kind of bigger things to worry about. She says that we'll be in touch. I'll send that information to you. In the meantime, if we can maybe kind of pool our resources and coordinate a plan to put that place under surveillance or figure out a
Meet
way
at
to
your
find
place
these
tomorrow
people.
night
All right,
after dinner.
yeah, that would work.
Mason's character sheet here.
Okay.
I need to go.
Yeah.
If we're doing a comment, I might as well just fucking play out.
Fucking Mason.
Yeah. Okay. So we will say something later in the evening.
For
Tomorrow
tomorrow, yeah.
Yeah. Let's say 3:00. Does that work?
Sounds. Can we make it 2?
Sure.
Thanks.
Can do that. Might catch the tail end of business or dinner service, but
Yeah.
Makes sense,
that's fine.
I guess.
So yeah, call into her.
Oh shit.
That's just the close range. You
What the
talking
fuck is your
the
guys' name?
mid and long
Vincent.
range
That's
setup?
Does the drop off from like close range to mid range?
Yeah. Yeah, he's probably very used to a pistol, but anything beyond that.
okay.
So what else do we have to discuss at our meeting here?
With her? Nothing. That's goodbyes.
Fair enough.
I'm still typing up her contract, so I got nothing else for her at the moment.
All right.
You guys need anything else? I can call Leo is what I'm gonna have to do here, and I'm gonna have to make some phone calls. And
Your phone rings.
Quinn's or Mason's?
Quinn.
Sorry.
Who is
Yeah.
Leo?
I got.
Leo's just a detective under the sheriff. Just was my personal contact.
This is,
when he sent me on this range and
the prince?
bullshit.
I think that's the guy
What's
me
his
and Will
name?
met with originally.
Old
Willem?
Wilson.
Willem, yeah, I think.
William.
Willem Morton.
William Morton. Yeah.
Yeah.
Seemed alright.
Doctor,
Oh,
how are you?
I am alive and well. How are you?
Excellent. I'm glad to hear that, sincerely.
He's dead.
Yeah. How is the patient?
Do you want to know?
Yes.
Do you want to know? Okay. Alive and well and recuperating, as expected.
Very well. Can I ask where he is?
All day.
I don't know where he is, unfortunately. He is being taken to a shelter. I don't know shelters. He's been released to a person who I don't know where he's being brought to. I find it's to the best in the sheriff's best interest that I don't know where he is. But as far as I'm aware, he's going to be recuperating for the next month or so. I assume you'll have some way of contacting him if he gets any sort of tool for communication. But after about a month or so, we should expect him to be back on his feet again.
Interesting. Well, I'm glad to hear that he's okay. I haven't actually heard from him. That's somewhat disconcerting. You say he's awake though, and
Yes.
okay. So, is it safe to assume that no one in your group has any knowledge as to where the sheriff is?
Correct.
Alright.
My expectation is that you'll likely hear from him when he fully recovers, or maybe beforehand, knowing him.
Very well. Yes, I'll have to make some inquiries as to that, I guess. He says, well, thank you for seeing that the sheriff got out of DC. We dodged a bullet in that apparently the Tremere had already contested the actions that were supposed to take place. And by Tremere, I mean the clan
I'm
rep
aware.
of the Tremere there for America. He had contested and actually filed with the Prince of America They were going to actually set up a trial in DC in a hearing to establish the validity, and who knows how friggin' long that could have taken. I think, you know, I don't necessarily know if the Tremere intended to delay it or drag it out. That's what it would have become. But clearly, the Tremere are very upset that the Salubri are now involved. It appears that the Salubri, and in particular this Tethys, is looking now to actually get clan status for the first time in a few millennia. So, anyways, the Tremere apparently feel a certain way about that, as I'm sure you're aware.
Given the lack of even neonates in Boston right now, you are the prince, you are called ultimately, but it might be in your best interest to allow that to occur, even if it is even if it's going to anger a couple Tremere. Not this one in particular, but just getting numbers back amongst our ranks would be good, and I think that their type would be extremely useful if there are more battles to come.
Indeed. I have similar thoughts. Unfortunately, Boston has taken a big hit here in the last few days. We've probably lost 75% of our muscle, if you want to call it that, trained, combat capable personnel. We're definitely in a tough way as far as power goes. And to that end, I intend to try an aggressive recruitment strategy to fill out the ranks, shall we say. So, yes, hope to be in contact and hope that others like yourselves, neonates, are willing to step up and seize the and help out the city of Boston.
We're actually my coterie is hellbent on exploring a lead about eradicating a handful of Sabbat in the city. So I don't
A little
know.
under 50% vote. We're hellbent.
That's politics, bitch. Sorry, bitch. I trust I'll do well. I don't believe I'll be assisting on the journey, but
Well, certainly, if you are able to find any Sabbat and eliminate them, that would be incredible. If you need any fast tracking on the blood hunt authorization, feel free to give Tara a call. The sheriff would normally handle this, but obviously with his limitations, that decision would probably now fall to myself, in which case, we could make that happen perhaps quicker than the normal circumstances would permit.
would you be interested in? I assume you'll be appointing someone as a sheriff in the interim between now and in the interim during Liam's absence. I assume that's going to be happening.
I hadn't actually thought that far. I was hoping that, if Liam is conscious again, that he would be able to resume that task, if maybe not physically, at least, make the decisions.
I
Still
believe.
mentally there.
I mean, you're looking at a month's worth of time where you're going without a sheriff, and I don't know how many calls you take each day, but my guess is that you already have too much on your plate as is. I'd recommend one of two people, personally. Deputy Carl, I mean, we know he's alive and well. He was with us. We had a direct line of communication with him the last few days. He seems fine. You also might want to look at Mason as a person who can play the game, so to speak.
Yes, I understand you remember Mason has been a member of the PD for a long time and definitely understands the nature of the business. My only concern for him would certainly be his higher generation, for someone like him to occupy that
I merely
position.
suggest this as a
Oh,
testing
but,
the waters for a down the road type of adventure. But I would ask that if you do end up appointing Carl as interim sheriff, maybe lie a little bit and do me a favor and say that I was the one that put the word out for him. Or maybe that isn't a lie because of how I brought it up to you today.
I see.
I'd like a favor, just
Playing the game.
it helps. Especially in the circumstance I'm in.
I see. Well, speaking of favors, I can do that for you. I think that's appropriate. Carl is probably next in line as far as an official capacity. Hopefully we're able to resume contact though with Liam quickly and get this settled. But yes, as to favors, I believe you were originally commissioned to, well, somehow you got involved in this whole matter. Dr. What's your name, Chris there? Clausen was originally recommended to us by Dimitri. And I wasn't even aware that you would be coming along and joining this. Is the good doctor there as well with you?
The good doctor is on the phone with you.
Oh, I see.
The better doctor.
Is Dr. Clausen there by chance with you?
Yes.
Excellent. That would save me a call. I did intend to call him next. Calling you. Indeed, you were. Or would you be able to put him on speakerphone as well?
Of course.
Is that appropriate? Okay.
We're all together?
Yeah, we're still in my place now. Everybody's making phone calls and fucking doing dumb shit.
I'm just trying to find a clean place to sit down, so.
Scrape off the dead body, be alright.
Jesus Christ.
It's
One
not
more?
there right now.
You're gonna have to get up like a compost patch in the backyard. Anyways, yeah, so it's now on speakerphone. You recognize the voice of the prince. And
Boston, the Prince of
Boston.
Boston.
yes, the Prince of Boston. He says, greetings, Dr. Clausen.
How you doing tonight?
Excellent. And yourself?
Can't complain.
Great. Well, as I was saying to your associate there, obviously you were originally commissioned to respond to a medical event. Didn't clearly know what you were getting into when this whole thing started.
Nature of the business.
I suppose it is. Regardless, I think your service to this point has been exemplary. You were able to recover the sheriff and make sure that he was brought back in a timely manner. This has proved very beneficial for the city of Boston, as it has seemed or would hopefully please the Malkavian clan rep of America. Although the Tremere clan rep may have a problem with that, I think I can deal with that on my end. I don't think his ire is necessarily directed towards you, though you wouldn't I wouldn't imagine that he has any goodwill towards you either. I'll leave it at that. Regardless, there is a matter of your payment for your service, and I would say in this matter that you should feel free to say what your services were worth. Is there a favor that Boston may offer you? Is there a monetary value that you feel appropriate for your services?
38,000 million. That's when the home game.
I assume you'll compensate the rest of your coterie, and I understand Mason was there as well, and others, but surely you can work that out amongst yourselves.
Yes. If I was to choose a favor, would I have to name it now? With a favor within reason.
You could request a boon in the future. I think that would be appropriate.
All right.
I can't obviously guarantee anything until I hear it.
I understand. That's why I said
But it
an
doesn't have to be tonight.
appropriate favor. But I think I'd like to go that route.
Very well. Would you ask for any monetary compensation in the meantime?
Or are you gonna say fuck the rest of us?
You only think at day jobs.
I got a day job, thank you.
It's called sleeping.
Yeah, I mean, I scoff when he mentions money. It's like, ugh, tacky.
Well, very well. Very honorable of you. Thank you. Boston is in your debt, and I hope we can repay it at some point in the not too distant future.
That's appreciated, quite frankly. I hope I'm never in a situation where I need you to repay it, but if the time should come, I'll give you a call.
Very well. Thank you, Doctor. And members of your coterie as well. Dr. Quinn.
A favor or money? Reinstate the Salubri as a clan in Boston.
Choke on cigarette.
Yeah.
I don't have a dog in that fight. I know I've talked to Zamishi before, and I know how much they hate you, and how much you hate the Salubri. Wow.
Yes. Well. Yeah.
It's not something you can fulfill at the time. I totally understand, but I believe it's in all of our best interests. to do that.
Yes, yeah, as far as the Camarilla is concerned, the Salubri are officially extinct, especially in America. So yeah, it would be a step for Boston to officially recognize them at this stage. However,
If it's political
I
suicide, then
understand
it wouldn't
your-
be worth it.
your sympathies. Yeah, I don't think Boston would be advised to step in front of this cause at this point, especially given our reduced martial capacity.
Mm.
There may be a need for healing between Boston and the Tremere community in the time being. Or at least politics needs to play out.
Aside from crucifying me, I'm not entirely sure what else they'd want done to right the wrongs, but
Indeed. It's not necessarily Boston's fault that things came down, although they do feel a certain way about the demise of their city clan rep. He says, would you be able to talk privately for a bit?
of course.
Yeah, he says at this point,
I want to take that off speaker.
no one else can.
Oh fuck.
No one else can hear us.
Yeah, I'll walk.
A foot away.
No. I'll probably step inside my car and then drive to the end of the cul-de-sac.
All right. Yeah, he says.
What kind of gear do you think we have?
I don't fucking don't
The
trust
really
it.
angry cab driver that just came back 10 minutes ago.
I know he's around here somewhere.
So yes, I had a interesting conversation with the Prince of America the other night. I found out initially about this werewolf attack, not necessarily through local people here in Boston, but rather through the intervention of the assault force from DC. They actually came in before I had any idea that the werewolves were actually around. And it turns out that they apparently were alerted by the Tremere in Europe. Somehow they knew that there was some event happening here in Boston involving the werewolves. It appears that they took the blood from the Tremere clan rep here in Boston as some part of a ritual, and that is how the Tremere found out that they were doing something. So the Tremere, now not only in the U.S., but apparently in Europe, are concerned that this may have something to do with this particular Tremere's lineage. He was, in fact, the direct descendant of one of the last people embraced by Tremere himself after he diablerized the Salubri Antediluvian. So he's like the great grandchild of that person who is apparently still in Europe. Presumably, he was the one that felt his progeny being affected.
So you're saying that Sebastian is a direct descendant of Tremere himself?
Well, all Tremere are
Aren't we
descendants
all? I
of
was gonna say,
Tremere.
well, that's what I
But
thought,
yeah,
aren't we
he
all?
was basically like the grand progeny of the last person that Tremere himself embraced. So, a lot of the Tremere descend from Tremere before he embraced the actual antediluvian and ascended essentially. And yeah, it wasn't too long after he embraced the antediluvian that he ended up going into torpor. So he's kind of been MIA for like a millennia.
Mhm.
So yeah, this person kind of had a unique status as being one of the last of his blood, essentially, or the most recent of his blood, I guess you would say.
Should have saved that one.
Those ones on this red dice, right? Jesus Christ.
So yeah, I don't know if that means anything to you or not, but
You're welcome.
Does that mean anything
as
to me?
you
I roll that knowledge. I'm trying to
Fuck, every
connect
time,
dots
Jim.
quickly in my
Do you know
head.
clan
sure
princes?
roll me a experience and
personally,
knowledge
No, that's what holy shit. I was like, 1
and vamp knowledge.
experience.
Yeah, presumably you all have clan reps and stuff.
Education.
Presumably,
Oh, yeah.
do we know what the prince's clan is?
The Prince of Boston,
Yeah.
Venture,
He is Venture.
Under by
Okay.
9.
under by
it's
9.
Venture, that shit.
Doesn't mean
Poorly.
that though.
I'm sorry,
Still
under by
not-
11.
Whoa.
What's that?
Under by 11.
Under by 11. Oh Jesus! All right.
I forgot
yeah.
to make that last phone call.
With that roll, your first thought is like there is a part of your sire in you. Like when you embrace someone,
Yeah.
there is the connection. It is possible that someone was trying to get a connection to Tremere himself, perhaps trying to locate him.
Mhm.
Essentially using that small bit of vitae that was in his progeny, there would have been some link to him. in
Now,
there.
with those werewolves that attacked downtown Boston, have they all been killed, or have they just been
Scattered.
some of them wiped out, some of them haven't? Like, what's the situation on that?
We killed some. The assault team from DC apparently killed some as well, although they're not sharing precisely what they found. They actually took the body of the clan rep here for Boston, but we think some of them got away. They apparently did some kind of ritual. We think that they were successful in that, although they did. Like I said, we got some, but we didn't get them all. And those ones that we did, we think they were able to get what they wanted.
Well, it sounds like I'm either living on a ticking time bomb and these werewolves are going to be successful, or the Tremere are going to be able to intercept them before they find the body of a long-lost, powerful vampire.
Do you think that's what they were looking for?
Probably. With all the talk of antediluvians being run around these last few years, I wouldn't be surprised if that's what they're after. I don't know if that even exists. Connor would be inclined to say that it doesn't, so I don't know.
Indeed. It is a tricky proposition, although we officially deny, or the powers that be officially deny, the existence of antediluvians. The only way to get clan status is to have an antediluvian, apparently, so it's kind of a conundrum.
Certainly makes sense why the Tremere are after your head as well as mine.
Indeed. Yeah, you would know certainly. Like so to be an official one of the clan, you have to have an antediluvian, like a Bruja or Tremere became one when he diablerized Salute there, the head of the Salubri. But you can be a bloodline. Like the Giovanni are a bloodline, recognized bloodline, but they're not a clan in the traditional 13 clan descendant trilogy. So, yeah. I don't know how many others. I think La Sombra had like original clan, I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think the Zamishi might be a bloodline or not. I can't remember.
No, it was me. No, I think Tremere's the only like synthetic one.
Yeah.
But aside from that, everything else is pretty.
Well, the Giovanni, the Ravnos aren't official, I don't think. Yeah, there's a couple. But anyways, so yeah. He says, all right, well, you know, I just thought I'd pass this on to you. There will probably be an election in the not too distant future to select a new clan rep for Boston
They're
here.
like sabbatical, pretty much, aren't they?
Tremere, and
They're independent.
you know, I think that you would certainly need to be involved in that, or should be. And,
Yeah, I was trying to put my hat in the race, but
Depending
um,
well, yes, I don't know if you want to run or not, but I don't want you to feel like, you know, you should be involved in the Tremere of Boston, if only for the fact that we need eyes and ears in with the Tremere of Boston. At this point in time, I'd like to think that we have some friendly faces in that membership.
of course. Just know that if I do get elected clan rep, I would be more loyal to Boston than I would be to Tremere.
Very well. It's good to hear. All right. It's good talking with you.
You just all up. There's just gonna be too much from here on out.
All right.
I'd still ride that.
Why don't we take a smoke break?
Oh yeah.
Are you not bloodbound as a chantry anymore?
I